My name is Dave Oakley, and I'd like to welcome you to the first episode of a series where I'll share with you my approach called LeadDifferent, which is how to apply the principles from good to great to your organization. And that's whether your starting point is chaos and a fight for survival, or whether you're already performing well, but you know you have much more potential you can realize. So many people have read Good to Great and been excited about the concepts, and yet virtually everyone takes that book and puts it right back on the bookshelf without applying any of the concepts. When I've asked people what they've applied from Good to Great, the number one response is pretty funny. Almost everybody says, well, you know, Circuit City went out of business. It's as if they felt like I was putting them on the spot and they were a little embarrassed that they hadn't tried anything. Well, it is true that Circuit City was one of the Good to Great companies and they did go out of business. But if you step back and look, the study spanned 30 years, which is the length of most careers. Began with a 15-year period where both companies performed at market averages, followed by another 15-year period where the comparison companies remained at market performance, and the good to great companies went on a 15-year sustained run of improvement, where the performance was, on average, 7-fold higher than their direct comparison company. And you can see why, given the fact that so many companies struggle with a single initiative to get change in place, why the lessons of the good to great companies are so important to us today. Many of you will recognize the transition curve, which describes the emotions that individuals or organizations will go through when they try to adopt something new. And the success rate statistics are really poor. 30% of change efforts fail to launch, fail to throw a meaningful punch. And 50% fall well short of their targets. 90% fail to survive 5 years. Again, the good to great companies sustain change for a 15-year period and why those lessons are so important for us to learn. Our final point in this episode deals with change management, where the comparison companies were found to place a great deal of effort in managing change and creating alignment, but of course they didn't transform, they didn't get the results. The good to great companies, however, didn't spend overt time or effort managing change, and yet they did. They sustained improvement at a very high level for 15 years. If you want to learn more about LeadDifferent, you can reach out to me at daveoakley@att.net. Call me at 760-889-7858, or stay tuned for the next episode.